Hey there, this is the Red Viking Princess, and I'm here to bring some reviews on some great products for you. And also, I'm going to be weaving some of my own stories into those products because I have a zillion of them. They're all true and they're wild. So, as you see the subscription button there, go ahead and press that and dingle the little bell so that you'll actually know when more of these stories come out. There'll be stories that I'm going to stop in the middle of and then I will start back up on another day because why? They're really long, but they're really good. So, I have a question for you. Think about this. Have you ever been so desperate for something and you did everything, you looked everywhere to find an answer for this problem, and you got so frustrated that you almost gave up, and then all of a sudden it was like something dropped out of the sky for you, or in some weird convoluted way you were actually shown the answer for this. How awesome is that? So I've actually had that happen many times. Like I said, I have a million stories. But I'm just going to give you a short synopsis of one of these. My son is a musical prodigy. He's a violinist, and when he first started playing, I was in school, and I have had a boatload of school. Well, when you're in college, do you have a lot of money? No. Why? They're not paying you. You're paying them. So he started playing the violin, and he was out playing every violin within 2 to 3 months. Well, I don't know if you know how expensive these instruments are, but they're not cheap. So I was desperate. You know how it is. You'll do anything for your child. And I combed everywhere trying to find a solution for this. When you don't have a lot of money on hand, what do? How do you get a $50,000 violin, which is actually what he needed? Well, guess what? Making this very short, he actually is playing that $50,000 violin now, and it is awesome. If you've ever seen the movie The Red Violin, it's like that one. Just incredible. And guess how much I paid for it? $300. So that's a whole story in and of itself. Kind of a miraculous thing. But I was desperate. So I'm going to tell you about another lady who was desperate. Her name is Lynn Swan Miller. And Lynn was desperate because she had had her last child and gained a lot of weight during the pregnancy and seemingly was unable to get rid of this extra weight. She was unhappy. She felt terrible. Her clothes didn't fit. She had no energy. She felt like her husband was not interested in her anymore. Just a terrible situation. She tried everything, like probably most of you have too. You know, you get to the point where you've just exhausted everything. You've ordered everything you've seen on TV and the internet. You have tried every fad, and you're still in the same predicament. Well, it's funny with Lynn, but she was, I believe, almost to that point where she felt like giving up. And what happened? They went to Africa. Lynn and her husband, they actually went on a trip to Africa. And a terrible thing happened to her when she was there. She was bitten by a venomous snake. And she could have easily died. But the tribal people knew something that people over here apparently don't know. They actually gave her this secret remedy, which was the red tea detox. And that actually saved Lynn's life. So not only did it save her life, but it started making her more energetic. She felt like she had much more energy. So she knew that she had to bring this this back, the recipe, or some way of bringing this back to the States, because no one had it over here. And she wasn't going to be without it. So she is actually the first person to bring this particular tea detox back to the States. And it's been fantastic. Lynn is also a naturopath, and so she would only advocate something that really works for people. And if you actually look through the scientific data, it's all backed up. The scientific data is there for you to see. There are also many testimonials. It isn't just Lynn's weight loss, and Lynn actually has lost over 40 pounds. And at one point she was losing approximately a pound per day. So what happens with this, the red tea detox, is that it actually curbs your appetite, which is really important. It revs up your metabolism as well, and it detoxifies your system. There's so many people that are toxic that are walking around. So when you're toxic, not only do you feel lethargic and just bloated and just you don't feel good. It's almost like you're sick all the time. But also what happens is your fat kind of overwhelms that. It goes around the toxins to try to save your organs from these toxins. So you end up getting heavier and heavier. So this actually is a way of dealing with all of those issues. And so that's why it's such a great product. And of course, it's natural. That's the other thing. You won't be taking any crazy stimulants or any medications or anything like that. This is actually totally natural. So please click on the link below. It will give you way more information. I just gave you a little bit of information, and please consider this because there's a money back guarantee. So really, what do you have to lose? All these other things you've tried that didn't work and you were stuck with them. This you are not. So you really have nothing to lose by trying this. And I actually believe that it's not an accident that you're watching this video right now. So let's come all full circle and say you've been so desperate, but something has just dropped into your lap. And this is going to be the answer, I believe, for your weight loss problems that you've had. There will also be a link down below that for some one-on-one coaching. So you can actually get one-on-one coaching for working out, for motivation, for all kinds of things. So this is a comprehensive program. And I look forward to hearing about your weight loss and you starting a whole new life, because that's really what this is. So again, this is the Red Viking Princess. Subscribe and click, cling, cling, the little bell. And I will be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.